I am honestly really dreading this. We've taken the roof off the camper, which was 100% necessary. It was leaking. There were parts of it, like the rubber itself was rotted from water damage. So I know we had to replace it. But now we're also looking at the entire skeleton of the camper on the roof, and it is daunting. I keep trying to tell myself, and Cheyenne told me to tell myself, I can replace one piece of wood. I can do that. I can replace one piece of wood. After I do that, I'll replace one more. And then I'll just worry about one at a time. And there is a finite number of studs and rafters and beams that have to be replaced. So eventually I will get to the end. But looking at it now, it feels very scary. So here's the roof right now. As you can tell, there are roof rafters going side to side across the entire camper. And then there is a 1x3 particle board material that runs front to back in 3 separate spots. Right here, and right here. And that is there, I believe, to give some space for the electrical and so that the roof wasn't putting any pressure on the wires. That particle board is complete crap, so we have to replace that. We're going to put in 1x3 pine instead, and then we are going to lay plywood over the whole thing before we do the rubber roof. At the front end is where it's bad. You can't really tell from here, but I have 4 rafters I have to replace before I can do the plywood, and then the entire front wall of the camper, as well as a solid chunk of this edge piece in the front I have to replace. And as you can tell, that piece curves. So that is a daunting, very daunting task. But I think I just have to focus on one thing at a time. Let's get to it.
We've already got a few nice bracings all set. We've redid the one around our skylight, and Adele is screwing down the last few before we can start hitting up our plywood. How you feeling?
Good. Feels really good to have some fresh wood down.
Yeah.
I feel like after tearing so much stuff out, I've been really dreading like rebuilding. That just seems so daunting and scary. And so I'm really glad we're doing it together. At least starting it and getting comfortable with some of the tools and the process, and yeah, it feels like a really big step, even though the impact right now looks minimal.
Oh, it feels maximum though.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the difference in like security and walking on this roof just with these few little braces here makes a world of difference.
It does.
here goes nothing. One down. A lot to go.
Hey, baby.
Hey.
You helping me out today?
Yes, I am.
What you doing over there?
It's Friday. It's Friday.
You pulling staples?
Yes.
We've got this whole rotted section left, but this will be the 4th board that we are putting down. This is all done. That's all done. And that over there is all done. Got the holes for the refrigerator vent, bathroom skylight, bathroom fan, and 2 little vents there. So this is essentially the end of one chapter.
Okay, what are we working on now?
We are pulling out more staples so that we can get the siding off the roof joists. I see. So we just replaced this nice piece of wood.
Beautiful.
And then we're like, oh wait, we just screwed that into this piece of wood, but we have to replace this piece of wood. And then we're like, but wait, we also have to replace these 2 pieces. And then we're like, but wait, this is screwed into this, and this is pretty bad. And then we're like, oh, but wait, the window is screwed into these. So now we've gone from working on the roof to potentially taking out the whole window and reframing this whole wall. Just not even what we wanted to do today.
No.
But that's how it is.
We also replaced the top to that one and have not run into the same issue. So feeling pretty good about
That wall.
that wall or that top plate being ready for the roofing. And then obviously eventually we'll tackle all of this.
You see that?
Yeah, staples.
That was stapled in. So I think we decided to keep the window frame. We might, we're gonna clean it, maybe spray with some bleach to kill the mold, and
Sand it off.
Sand it off maybe, but it's solid. This piece comes down a little bit more than that did, but these are cut. This thing slopes down, so this will just fit a little bit further up. So I think that's okay. And then we should make sure that that's plumb. Now we are doing the first roof rafter. This is the only one that we're gonna have to cut out of a 2x4. So let's see how this goes. Assembling our first roof
rafter.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. We had to cut two pieces at once because they were joined together by these small pieces. And so we thought it might be easier to do both rafters at once. So we'll assemble them and then put them both up at the same time.
Looks a whole lot better than it used to. Before we were able to put up the last couple pieces of plywood on the roof and finally the new roofing material, we had to completely dismantle and rebuild the front wall of the camper all the way from the floorboards to the studs in the wall and up to the roof. Stay tuned for all of that in the next video, and then we will finally get to putting down the brand new roof. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again next time.